Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Menachem Creditor. I serve as scholar in residence for UJ Federation of New York, and it is our delight to come to you every weekday, Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock in the morning with some words of Torah, a little bit of music, some inspiration, and community of people who show up here at 9 o'clock every morning and add their hearts and souls to a growing community of supporters and students and friends. And so welcome everyone. Today is Thursday. Hi Barry, you got to be the first one to say hello. Hi Debbie, Gina. All right, David, we're all showing up. Hi friends. Okay, Stephen, happy Erev back to you. It is going to be Shavuot tonight. It is a holiday where we receive Torah, and we're really lucky about that. Let's begin with a blessing for learning, and then we'll jump into a little bit of learning today. Here we go. Arlene, Boker Tov, good morning to you on your birthday. Really nice to share that with you. And everybody, it's so good to be together. This might be the 50th time, I think it's the 50th time we're doing this, and I cannot get over that. This is what we get to do. 9 o'clock in the morning, it's 9:03, 89 of us are here. What an unbelievable gift it is. 91! Okay, so Shavuot is many things. It's a biblical holiday. It's one of the 3 pilgrimage holidays. This one was based on the harvest schedule. You probably knew that. That during the days between Pesach and Shavuot, we count the Omer, and the Omer is actually a way of counting measures of grain toward the harvest, which was on Shavuot itself. Tomorrow morning, we read the book of Ruth, and the setting for the book of Ruth is the harvest time. She follows in the fields and collects the gleanings so that she and her mother-in-law are able to eat. It is something really significant to think about what we are collecting these days and what we can harvest together. I'm in the middle of co-editing a new book with Sarah Tuttle Singer, people's spiritual writings and poems and prayers from during this time, and we're hoping to have learned many lessons and to have collected some of them in book form. So stay tuned for that. There is also the question of what we learn while we are home. What do we learn about what we yearn for, what we long for? That's helpful also in terms of Shavuot's message itself, because over time Shavuot became the holiday where we commemorate and relive the receiving of Torah. There's something, oh thank you Steve, that's very sweet of you. I'm glad you're here too. There's something very powerful about standing again at the mountain. And in some of the classes I've been teaching recently, we've discussed, what does the mountain look like when you envision it? Is it, as Midrash suggests, a humble mountain The reason why Sinai was chosen over all the other mountains is that it didn't ask for it. It didn't claim it. Is Mount Sinai the way it appears in the book of Shemot, in the book of Exodus, all trembling and on fire, feels like a volcano in the middle of the desert? Was it a pressurized environment? And who were we originally doing the witnessing? Remember, we had just escaped barely with our lives from Egypt and made it through the Red Sea and saw our oppressors drowned, and we didn't know what to do with ourselves, and we don't have food, and now we're in a desert and a God I can't see is calling me forth. It's so complicated to think about what it is to do the seeing, let alone to acknowledge what it is I imagine I see. What I wanted to share was actually one of the secret parts of Shavuot. It's something that we typically don't talk about, because God talk in public discourse is a pretty complicated thing to explore. Not all of us believe in the same way. Not all of us identify as believers to begin with. One of the glories of the Jewish community is that we have space to disagree, even about the most fundamental things like God. On Shavuot, it's a tradition tonight to stay up all night learning, and I encourage you, look online. The JCC on the Upper West Side and the International Rabbinical Assembly and MyJewishLearning.com and countless communities are having online learning with wonderful teachers all around the world. Reboot is also doing one. If you look for one, you will be astounded to see all the Torah that's pouring out. But why do we learn all night anyway? Can't you learn a little bit every day? What is it about tonight? Well, if tonight is the night that God and we connected at Sinai, and I don't know what it means for God to come down in space, but God met us, and we met God. Some actually in the Kabbalist tradition consider this a night where we and God marry. I don't know what that means. I do know it means love. I do know it means a certain theology of intimacy with the universe and with the source of the cosmos. That transcendent great God is also touching my heart. I don't really know what that means, but I do know that it feels gorgeous. It feels holy. It feels safe. It feels comforting. It feels loving. It feels supportive. I want to read you a very strange text. The text is written down by Rabbi Shlomo Alkabetz, who wrote the Lecha Dodi. So if you're familiar with Lecha Dodi, it emerged with a genre of Kabbalistic mystical writing from a town in the north of what is now Israel. In Tzfat, a group of Kabbalists basically created this new transcendent way of having an emotional Judaism, a spiritual relationship with God, and through tradition. It's not that it wasn't there before, but these Kabbalists in particular released it out into the world because rational scientific thinking became so popular, they were afraid the heart of Judaism would be lost. So Rabbi Shlomo Alkabetz, who wrote Lecha Dodi, was learning one night with the author of the Shulchan Aruch, whose name is Rabbi Yosef Karo. So this is around 1560, and this is what he says. This is what Rabbi Alkabetz says happened when he and Rabbi Karo were learning. Know that Rabbi Yosef Karo and I agreed to make a great effort on the night of Shavuot to keep sleep from our eyes. Praise to God, so it was. We didn't stop one moment. Listen to this, and your soul will be revived. The moment that we began to learn the Mishnah, and we learned 2 tractates of the Mishnah, our Creator graced us. And we heard a voice speaking from the mouth of Rabbi Karo, a great voice with clear enunciation. And all around us we heard but did not understand. It was very pleasant, and the voice gained strength. We fell on our faces, and none could raise their eyes from fear. The voice speaking to us began and said, before I tell you what the voice said, just think about all of this. Oh my God. 2 rabbis staying up all night, suddenly they think one of them is being a mouthpiece for God. God is speaking through one of us. So before I tell you what they heard Rabbi Karo said, why not believe that's true? Why not believe that you and I can channel the best of the divine and pour it out with our mouths? When you call someone today to offer support and love, you think that's not God speaking through you? When you offer praise and pride and appreciation to those on the front lines, you think that's not God speaking through you? And when they are doing their holy work, that's not God acting through their bodies? This mystical text is basically, I think, affirming the best of us. The best of us. These hands, your hands, these moments. God is coursing through us. That's what I believe. This is what, on that intense night, this is what Rabbi Caro said. Or maybe it wasn't Rabbi Caro. Hear, my beloved ones, most beautiful, cherished. Peace to you. Fortunate are you and those that bore you. Fortunate in this world, fortunate in the world to come, in that you took upon yourselves to be beautiful with me this night, to crown me this night. It is many years that my crown has fallen from my head, and I have no one to comfort me, and I am cast to the dirt. But you have returned the crown to its former glory. I just want you to hear that. Rabbi Alkabetz and Rabbi Caro are learning together. And what does Rabbi Caro emit from his mouth that they both believe is coming from God? God basically saying, I love you so much. I felt so alone until you came and shared your hearts with me. What an unbelievable gift. What a beautiful gift. So what I want to wish for us tonight, going into Shavuot, a holiday of connecting again with love with God, learning Torah, sharing with each other, is that you and I can be vessels for God. As my teacher, Rabbi Bradley Shavuot Artson, says, you are an eruption of the divine. So who knows what's going to come out of your mouth next? It might be something holier than you or anyone around you expected. May we be blessed to stand together at the mountain, to receive with love, wisdom, and to know that standing together in love is wisdom. What a gift we are to each other. What a gift tonight is going to be. So I wish everyone a Chag Sameach. Let's sing our way out. And we'll see you Monday morning at 9 o'clock right here. Same bat time, same bat channel. Mazel tov, Tammy. Boker tov, good morning, and Chag Sameach. Have a beautiful Shavuot, everyone. See you soon.